This is Madame Carolyn Testout. It's a pink rose, cabbagey flower, and it used to be given out all over the city of Portland. People had them in their parking strips and along their telephone poles and in front of their houses, and it was the City of Roses rose. The park was bought from a woman named Liverpool Liz, who had a roadhouse on this property for about $60,000. The City of Portland bought it from her and made a garden and community center. Part of the goal was this is the first community center, and the gazebo was built before World War I as a bandstand. And it was the first playground that was in the city of Portland. So before then, the parks were meant to be walked in, but not played in. And now this was becoming more of a family park. And so people were allowed to bring their children to play and run around and make noise and things that weren't allowed before then. There's 75 different varieties, but over 6,000 roses. We have more roses here than they have at Washington Park. And the Washington Park is not as old as the Peninsula Rose Gardens. Well, there are several kinds of roses here. The climbing roses are on the standards and along the wall. And there's hybrid teas, which are the tall with a single flower on the top. Then there's floribundas, which have multiple flowers on one stem. The hybrid tea is what most people think of as the long stem rose that you'll get like at Valentine's Day. The other ones are almost more beautiful in your garden because you get more flowers per stem. They are all hybrids. We don't have any native roses here growing. The stairs on the north and the south end were one of the main access ways into the garden. And they've taken one side of the stairs on the north side and the south side and made a ramp. So for the first time, and since 1914, the people with wheelchairs have been able to come in. Just the fact that we can get the ADA access is huge, and we're really excited. Well, our volunteer program is one where we train everyone who comes in. We have all of the tools and gloves that anybody would ever need. We love to have volunteers come, and we're always looking for more. You don't have to live around in the area. You just have to love roses and want to put in a few hours. It's not really strenuous. The rose deadheading is really important because that stimulates the next roses that come and flower. Coralie and Paul are expert volunteers. When you're deadheading the roses, you take the ones that look kind of sunburned or that have lost all their petals, and you cut down to a break in the branch, or you cut down to where there's a leaf coming out that has 5 petals on it. The reason that you want to cut down a little bit further when you're deadheading is to stimulate the next bunch of flowers in a faster way. If you leave more stem, then it slows the process down a little bit. It also has less stem there to get disease and insects on. So it makes the plant look better and is healthier if you use that process. So what you do is you go and you kind of turn it over to the side and see where your stem is and make your cuts, and try to make nice, sharp, even cuts and not leave too much of a piece of stem. When you're done, then the plant will take the energy that they're sending to the old dead flower and put it into the new buds, and then you get faster flowering of the flowers later on. Come anytime to Peninsula Park to the Rose Gardens. ADA access is available now, and Peninsula is one of the neighborhood parks that is the backbone of our park system.